this is Marie, and welcome to Marie's Chatty Tarot. And today, I'm gonna be using this tarot deck called Unlock Your Future and Discover Your Deepest Desires. I got this deck at my local bookstore called Books A Million. It's pretty basic, it's pretty straight to the point, and it's pretty minimalist. I like it. I think it'll be a good card to use for today's topic. Um, to, lately, there's been a push for gender transitioning. It has been a thing for the last few years, but it seems that this agenda has been escalating and ramping up a lot lately. And it's a concern of mine, and I guess that's where you're going to see my bias, because I'm a mom of two girls, and I do not like the idea of school pushing this agenda, forcing, persuading, whichever words that you want to use, convincing kids or brainwashing kids that they are not of a certain gender, and without the parents' consent, without the parents say so, and not even fully aware of the child medical history, if there is any. So all of this is scary, and before, it was not something that was really done. It appears like during the 2008 eras, there were only one or two clinics that was offering this service. And it appears that right now, there's like a few hundreds of those clinics that are now open, that are offering this type of gender transitioning services to young kids. And this is where it's scary, because people that have children know and understand that they are not at the psychological or mental or intellectual capacity to make those type of long-term decisions that's going to affect their life. And there are either a lot of transgenders that have transitioned who now regret having this done to their bodies, because now they're not able to reproduce. They're not able to produce sperm. They're not able to have kids because of that long-term decision. Again, uh, you know, they're too young to make that kind of decision, and it's just sad all around that they're pushing it. Even psychologists, psychiatrists are pushing for this to be done to young kids, knowing very well that there might be regret later on when the kid becomes an adult, when they are more lucid, quote unquote. So I want to take a look with the cards to ask the question, why is this push being done right now? It seems, why are the kids being targeted in such a manner? Horrific manner. Because it robbed that child of their ability to have a future. It's as if they're robbing those kids of their choice by doing that. And it seems very selfish. If somebody wants to transition from one gender to the next, it should be up to that person, that individual, when they are lucid, when they are capable of making that decision themselves. It should not be up to another person to sway somebody anyway, one way or the other. And I want to take a look at the card to see why this is being done right now. What's the objective? Why the push of this gender transitioning? first card is the Magician. Knight of Wands. Wheel of Fortune in the past. Three of Cups. Present situation. Knight of Pentacles. Potential outcome. Nine of Pentacles as clarification. Ten of Swords as further clarification. Yeah. So the Magician is the first card that came about. The Magician is a beautiful card, but it could be a trickery card as well. Beautiful in the sense that it's to remind everybody that you have the ability of capability and ability to do everything that you set your mind to. You have the resources within yourself to manifest everything. But in this particular situation, but it also means a card of trickery. And in this particular situation, it is a card of trickery. It is a card of illusion. And the reason why I say that, it is aspected by the Nine of Pentacle, because the Nine of Pentacle is a card of independence. It's a card of comfort. But however, in this particular situation, it's as if there's a group of people that are not being truthful, and it's an independent group that's well funded, that's independent group that's well funded. They have this agenda, and this agenda is a trickery agenda. They're pushing it. It's as if they're brainwashing the public in a way, because we've come to learn that the more a person repeats something, the more people start to accept that information. So the Magician is as if there's trickery going about by this particular group, and right now the situation it is the Knight of Wands. There's movement. Well, it appears that there's movement. However, it appears that there's a push to not escalate, but to emphasize or to make this bigger than it is, because one is fire, one is inspiration, motivation, as if there's this motivation to push this around. So again, wands, Knight of Wands or movement. It's usually a knight on a horse with a wand and in movement, in transit. So yes, there is a push going about it right now, but this push is not going to last long because of the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords, all tens are ending, and this particular Ten of Swords represent the ending of this movement, the ending of this idea, even though it looks shiny and bright and fiery right now with the push of it, but in the background it's as if they want to tell us that it's dead underwater. And because a lot of people are getting information, all of those swords represent information, spiritual awakening, but more so information of it's not working, and a lot of people are starting to surrender, accepting the fact this is not a good idea, this is not a way to go, and it's just not sustainable. So in the past, with a fortune, there's have been it, things have changed from how things used to be with this Wheel of Fortune, uh, and now it appears that uh, the fortune has come to the flip side where it's not looking too great for this particular movement, because now a lot of people in the present time are coming together, are agreeing, because the Three of Cups is a cup of togetherness, of it's a card of celebration, it's a card of community, and it's a card of emotional. Um, it could be acceptance, but emotional satisfaction, but more so celebration. It's as if there's a coming together. Everybody's coming together on the same sentiment, on the same page. That uh, 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 this is not this is not great, because Knight of Pentacle. And the reason why I say that Knight of Pentacle is also a card of movement, but it's also a card. You see that knight having this pentacle in his hand. Knight of Pentacles is a beautiful card because it's a slow moving card where the evidence, the information is coming. It's just a little slower than most. However, it will reach its destination. This is one of the most appreciated and loved cards in all of the uh, uh, suits, because the knight never run out of steam, because the wand can run out of fire, the Knight of Cup can run out of water, or he can change his feeling or emotions or whatever, change his mind. The the Knight of Sword can be very aggressive and go with the wind kind of thing, but change his mind as well. But the Pentacle always stay on track. It might not be moving as fast as the other suits, but it will reach its destination. It will drive the point home, meaning the information about uh, the gender transitioning is coming out slowly but surely, uh, and people are gonna start to realize uh, that with the Ten of Swords, that is not a great idea for kids, for their developmental process, and for them psychologically. Information is going to come out, and people is going to have to accept this, especially the group that's pushing that information. So this is that movement in general with that Ten of Sword. It's not going to be sustainable, even if there's a particular group with the Nine of Pentacle, well funded, that's pushing this. Um, so yes, and um, soon a lot of people are gonna be disappointed. That particular group, excuse me, with the Five of Pentacle, is gonna be disappointed. So Five of Pentacle is loss, financial loss, or defeat, or losing the narrative. You can also be losing the narrative in this particular sense. A lot of people is not gonna want to buy into it, and it appears that's what's been happening uh, with parents deciding to homeschool their kids as opposed to sending them to school to be indoctrinated with this type of push. So yes, there is a loss of finance because a lot of school get funded either by the federal or from the state. So if they're not if there's no kids to brainwash to push that agenda, there's gonna be a loss of money. And so that's there. And the other card is Six of Sword. Beautiful card. Six of Sword is moving away from that idea, moving away from that philosophy, moving away from that agenda. So wow. Quick recap. That's with the Magician. It's been a trickery. This has been done by a push group of people, very well funded, and they're giving you this illusion that kids should be transitioned. It's a trickery card. And it's looking all shiny and bright and full of luster right now with the Knight of Wands. However, that's not going to happen with the Ten of Swords, because a lot of people are waking up to the devastation, to the hurt, to psychological damage that's being done to those kids. With the Wheel of Fortune, that push is getting a reversal because people are seeing what's coming, what's happening here. With the Three of Cups, a lot of people are coming together, having this sentiment, whatever side on the aisle that you are, they're coming together emotionally. They're coming together emotionally to say that, to say no, because people are seeing the manipulation being done. People are seeing the push, and nobody wants to be told what to do. Nobody wants to be pushed, and nobody wants their decision to be swayed by trickery. And whether they want to or not, that information is going to come out with the Knight of Pentacles, facts, data. That's what the Pentacle represents, facts, data, evidence is going to come out slowly but surely to prove the point that that type of agenda, that type of push is not, it's not nice. And because there's going to be evidence, information, and people's sentiment in general. So eventually, that particular group that's pushing it, they're going to have to accept that this is not going to be successful, and that group will have to realize that their push is not working because of the Five of Pentacles. A lot of people are going to be taking their kids out of the school system, and they're going to be losing money, the school system, as a result. And a lot of people are going to feel, whoever's in that industry that's pushing it, whether in the school or the student, teachers union, whatever group is participating in that kind of agenda, they're gonna be disappointed because they're gonna be losing, and there may be downsizing if it continues, and eventually there's gonna be a push to move away from this type of agenda. So, wow, that's comforting to know that this is not going to be a sustainable agenda. And I hope that, for people who's watching this, gives you some type of comfort, especially if you have kids, nephews, you're a legal guardian of a child. I hope that you enjoy this video, and I hope that you share, like, subscribe, and I hope to see you again at the next one. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Bye.